Hey!
I have Victor Martinsons here, and I met Victor at RealSearch about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they had an ad in the paper. I think they were looking for salespeople.
Yes, we were hiring.
Yeah, and then I had called them up, and we had a really good conversation over the phone. I think it was Jonathan. He said, "We're doing something new at our company and different." And I said, "Oh, I should come and meet with you." And then he told me that they did bid management software for pay-per-click. You guys were working with Acquisio.
At that point, we were a few years into the business and things started to get stagnant. We were bouncing around between 7 and 10 employees, which meant maybe 3 or 4 salespeople at any given time. And we didn't have a system in place for that. It was pretty much off-the-cuff sales approach. And then when you came through, you offered some good points on and a good vision on where the company could be. I think the first thing you did was get some ads out to hire some salespeople and develop a training process and build up a whole sales room. And then, of course, that evolved into call centers. I think you hired a couple call centers, maybe with 20, 30 people that were making cold calls, and then transferring those in to our sales team, and then closing the deals. And I think we grew actually $1 million in revenue that first year. So yeah, it was a big, big change that you brought to the table.
I used to always tell people that a lot of times when people first get on the pay-per-click, it's like Vegas. They pull the lever.
Yes.
And they start getting calls.
Yes.
But then the account runs rampant.
Yes.
And then their money just starts going to waste.
Well, yeah, that was a big problem, trying to explain to companies that they didn't need to spend an exorbitant amount of money to get better results or the same results. And a lot of them were very skeptical about that. They were willing to spend $10,000, $20,000 a month because they were getting business. But they didn't realize, and we showed them very quickly, that they could spend $5,000 a month and get the same, if not more, business by outsourcing their search marketing to a professional. I would say out of everyone I worked with, you're probably one of the best ones to work with. You're always on top of everything. Most informative. You always had a clear strategy in place, and was able to outline that to me in clear, bullet points that made sense, and it really kept the business going.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to ask you to go out and find, to find a new plan or new things to do. You would come to me and say, I want to start a social media campaign, which we never had in place for our own company. And you developed that, you did videos, and put that all together. Created some satellite sites, websites for the business that you had some landing pages for to drive in new traffic that we hadn't thought of. Those were game changers. Those drove in a lot of business.
Definitely learned a lot working at RealSearch. I mean, I've never gone through so many pay-per-click accounts, and then studying, all the information. I remember sales reps that wanted to be Google certified, and I was like, listen, it's not going to help you much. Like a lot of it is really knowing what to look for.
Yeah, it's a lot of hands-on experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies don't have that, and that's what we found when, we would, contact new companies, and it was the same story all the time.
Cool. Well, we're here with Victor Martinsons. My name's Hugh from I Think an Idea. We're a digital marketing agency. And if you guys want to learn more about internet marketing, click on the links below and reach out and schedule a free consultation.